Hi, we're back with birth of Mya-Moe, and we are going to attach the back in step 4. I need to trim the braces inside for the top and the back, and Erin had braced these earlier and put those in the drawer for me. So the first thing I'm going to do is work on the top, which will get glued on tomorrow, but I need to trim these braces so that they fit perfectly into onto the sides that I've just sanded. I always, so actually I just noticed that this, normally Erin sands this flush with this line, but since we're kind of doing things out of order, he didn't do that. So I'm just gonna run over to the disc sander and make that a straight line because I'm gonna use that as the reference to at the top of my instrument. So just make sure this is. Off a little bit, and then I will transfer the center line onto the top edge that I'm going to use.
That center line is what she's going to use when she glues the top on.
That's right.
In just a minute.
And I can also see it from the bottom here. So now what I want to do is I need to trim these so that this fits precisely onto the top. So I line up that mark that I just made with the center at the top. I line up the bottom here. Sounds like I just need to take off a hair. If I flip it over, I see that I have some extra on both sides that I need to trim.
It's hard to get the camera in where her eye is, but she's looking in and seeing where that brace. Can you turn it that way just a hair again?
Hang on, I'm gonna.
Yeah, so she's looking at that brace and how much needs to come off of it so it slips right inside the
I'm
curving.
actually gonna put it down. I'm gonna put it down this way and mark it. Since I've got all my turnbuckles and my spreaders in, I am gonna line it up just like this. Oh, it keeps
So close on that one edge, it keeps going in.
One edge, yeah. I think I'm going to do the other edge, and then I will. Let me get a pencil. Here we go. Yeah, it's really just. Okay. Because here's the outline, you can see it's almost perfect on this side, and the brace is all, almost to the outside edge there. So I'm just gonna trim this off very carefully.
That's a Japanese handsaw that she's using. They're very precise and fine-toothed with no offset in the kerf.
So I'm just removing this edge of this brace. You can see. Then I'm going to use this. Get that last bit off. Before I cut that one, because it was so close, I'm just going to put this back down. See if I got. Yeah, that's really good. Okay.
So we want a really good fit on these braces, and that's why it's just a lot of hand fitting and kind of going back and forth. And there she's just trimming the very end of that one off. You could hack away at it and cut off too much material and get it to fit the first time, but we want those braces to come right up to the edge of the kerfing.
looks really good.
Just fit
It's
in.
not going down because it's hitting my turnbuckle, but it is just fitting in really nicely. You can't see it because you can't be my eyes, but I can see under the turnbuckles. I don't know if you can get under there. That it's really flush against the kerfing. It looks really good. So now that I have that, and I can see beautifully everything is lining up inside, so I'm just gonna lay this down on the table.
Hang on, let me just.
And I'm gonna mark exactly.
Now she's got to trim that, what we think of as the lower cross brace.
Right.
So she's just marking right where it comes in on the kerfing. Hang on. And you can see that she's got that center line lined up there. She's got it lined up on the other end.
Mm-hmm.
I said earlier when she marked the top and the back that center line gets used throughout the process and it becomes our reference point. And so it's really critical to get that on there and get it on there right. Over here. See the cut she made there.
I didn't really talk about it, I just do it by reflex, but I have a piece of kind of flexi board that I always use to put under this top that is clean so that I'm not, this is, my show side, so I will always want to protect that and not get any dents in it, as we talked about earlier. Okay, I'm just going to check the fit again.
Again, she's looking at those center lines.
So you can see I'm right up against the kerfing.
Right there. And, sorry with the camera there, I got to find out where I am. Right there.
Yeah. Okay, so I actually have two more things to do before I am happy with the way this is and that this is ready. I'm going to feather this arc down into almost nothing to the sides so that this is really a blend into the side kind of joint. And I'm just going to protect that little area right there with some tape. And then I'm going to use this chisel to remove I also have a little hand plane. Actually, I need to take a little more off here.
Sorry, it's hard to get in there and see while she's doing that.
Also, it mars up my tape. I have to. It's a.
Around the other side again.
That is a really stiff.
See the tiny shavings she's taken off of that Also using that same motion that Erin was using, which is she's with her right hand, she's pushing, but with her left index finger, she's moving that plane from kind of a slicing motion. She's moving that plane away from the camera just a hair, and it's that slicing motion that allows you to take off little bits.
Okay. I didn't feel that. That feels great. Okay. Actually gonna move that in a little bit. Okay. All right, very happy with that. The last thing I'm gonna do is, I'm probably gonna sand a little bit on these braces just to make that. I like to listen to every top and back to see how it's changed between thickness sanding and bracing. So I like the way this sounds. If I thought I could get a little more resonance out of it, I might take a little more off the braces, but I rarely do that. I just like to listen. Like to clean that all up. Make those edges smooth. Okay, I think this is ready for installation. Blow it off. That will get installed tomorrow, so I'm going to put this back in the drawer and do the trimming of the braces for the back. We'll do that in the next segment.